Hi! In this video, I will provide you some basic information and an overview about how theory can be the same as reality and how theory can be different to reality. I decided to talk about Chapter 3, Creating a Culture of Well-being, Chapter 5, Planning for, Recruiting and Selecting the Workforce, and Chapter 6, Orienting, Training and Developing Employees. In order to illustrate what this chapter are talking, I chose to point out the similarity and difference of their approach. And to do this, I chose my father company, Gingras Electric. Mr. Gingras mentioned that his younger employees have more training and it takes more time to make them understand their job. We learn these specific aspects during our course in human resources. One of the main reasons why they need more support is that they lack experience. In a few years, the baby boomer generation will retire from their jobs, and it will be our turn to take over the responsibilities, and they have thus far been responsible for and gain sufficient knowledge to perform them successfully at work. Also, it has been shown that younger people are more ready and eager to learn. They are more motivated to learn new things because they are still building their future. As mentioned in its website, older employees teach new things to the younger employees. But it could also be the other way around. The younger employees teach elements to the older generation of employees. In general, younger people have a diverse network. Studies show that those above 50 years old maintain their network and don't try to make new contacts. On the other hand, the older, more experienced employees can coach the newer employees on organizational skills. It is true that an healthy mind and body increase productivity. Mr. Forbes placed an important emphasis on this during the class. It is interesting that Gingras Electric try as much as possible to encourage its employees to exercise since it releases those of endorphins which are the body's natural feel-good drug. By participating in sports, tournaments, and activities in their community, the employees of Gingras Electric are fully able to disconnect from their work and relax. Therefore, their brain will be able to focus on their jobs and may even help answer questions that have preoccupied them for a long period of time. However, there is only one thing in Chapter 3 where the theory is different from reality. It is the fact that this company doesn't have any proactive measure against violence in the workplace. I agree with the manager's decision not to establish procedure against violence because there are not enough employees in the company. With only a few people working for you, you immediately know when a problem occurs and you can talk directly to the person concerned. Concerning Chapter 5, the company I decided to analyze also used recruitment methods we learned about in class. However, they don't use all of the ones we saw because they have some which are unnecessary and impossible to do in their case, such as holding an open house or a job fair. Gingras Electric has adopted a more effective recruitment method which is mainly use the internet and employment agencies. We learn in class about the importance of rewarding past performance of current employees. The manager of the company, Mr. Gingras, always take into consideration job performance over the years and how employees function as members of the team. Regarding the selection process, it is the same as specified in the book. However, the company does not make its employees pass an employment test. It could be useful for the company to have its employees take a personality test to ensure that when it needs to form teams, the personality of the employees match. Therefore, it might help reduce a future risk of conflict between the employees. I agree that for this particular type of company, it is not necessary to complete other tests, for example, the substance test. Mr. Gingras engaged in one-on-one interview as we saw in class. He asked unstructured questions. The thing which is different from the theory is that he never asks structured questions. Thus, I think it is easier for the employees to answer properly if they know themselves. However, it can be interesting for the company to ask some behavioral description interview or situational questions. In addition, the company has a human resources approach. They are always making a management forecast on an early daily basis. The manager tries to collect the opinions of their employees based on their knowledge. Employees are contributing to the company by providing information that is often made known only by the person doing the job. The Markov analysis is an important concept that they try to figure out when an employee is leaving. They attempt to know why the person left and his/her reasons. They can make some adjustment to their procedure if necessary. They did not seem to be aware about the other human resources approach. That could be very advantageous for them. Finally, Gingras Electric offers on-the-job training, which is one of the most popular training procedures that we learn during the first and second semester here at St. Lawrence. It is a favorable coaching because it is not expensive for the company and also new employees can learn from the older employees who have acquired experience throughout the years. Moreover, the theory shown in class places an emphasis on the importance of reducing stress in the workplace. Unfortunately, it is not the case in this company. It is really trying to ameliorate itself in this aspect, but it is difficult because sometimes it needs to put pressure on the employees to satisfy customer needs. In conclusion, it is really impressive to see that the human resources management at the company in general is very close to what we see in class. In the future, when we will enter the labor market, we will be able to put into practice what we learned during our studies. We have the opportunity to learn these things in our program. Therefore, it will help us later to avoid some errors that we could have made if we did not know how to avoid making them.